What's up, PoE homies? Jay, we're here with another video. So we're going to take a look at crafting some item level restricted cluster jewels. This is something everyone should probably know about if you want to craft your own cluster jewels or maybe craft some for profit. So, alright, let's get into it. Alright guys, item level restricted cluster jewels. Let me just talk about that for a second. With cluster jewels, most of the desired notables you want to hit, these Master the Fundamentals, Iron Breaker on this one, are usually capable of being hit at lower item level. 50 to 67 item level is kind of the sweet spot to hit a lot of stuff. So I'll show you guys what I mean by that. The typical 3 best mods you want to hit on a physical 8 passive are Force Multiplier, Master the Fundamentals, and Iron Breaker. If we go over to Craft of Exile, this is the jewel we're working with. This is the 2 mods it has right now. But if we wanted to hit Iron Breaker, Master the Fundamentals, and Force Multiplier, this is an item level, I think it's 61. Now if you notice, it can't hit Grim Oath, which we don't want, and then it also can't hit a lot of these higher tier modifiers. The chances of hitting the notables we want are much higher because we're using an item level restricted jewel. Now this is what you're going to do generally speaking if you're crafting cluster jewels. Now this doesn't work for every single cluster jewel, but it works for a lot of them. We only need an item level 1 cluster jewel to hit Iron Breaker. We only need an item level 50 cluster jewel to hit Master the Fundamentals, and we only need an item level 50 jewel to hit Force Multiplier. And that's why we start at 50 to 67. 50 to 67 is kind of the sweet spot to rule out all these extra dexterity passives, resistance passives, and all the stuff you don't want on it. So these are selling for about 1.5, so maybe even 3 divines, right? I just bought this for like 88 chaos, the base, and it should be pretty easy because it's item level restricted to hit something like this. Now let's give this a shot. I'm not sure we're going to hit the 3 good ones here, but last time it didn't take many fossils at all. You'd want to craft this using jagged fossils because all the ones we want, if you look, are going to have the physical tag. So we'll use jagged fossils, which are more likely to hit physical mods. Should be pretty easy. We should be able to hit it. So Furious Assault, Master the Fundamentals. You're going to notice we're going to get a lot of 2 passive or maybe even 3 passive. So here's 2 out of the 3 we wanted already just in a few fossils. Again, here's 2 out of the 3 that we wanted. So you can tell like it's pretty likely that we're going to get pretty close to hitting this. Yeah, there we go. Battle Hardened, Furious Assault, and Iron Breaker. So you definitely want to keep going on this because that's worth less than the base. Looks like we're not going to hit it. So, oh wait, we got Force Multiplier, Battle Hardened, and Iron Breaker. On the last one, that one's 60C. Unfortunately, we weren't able to hit it, but you can kind of see the potential there in your profit margin that you have to work with. It's really inexpensive to just keep crafting it, and if you hit it, you're probably making like a divine or 2 depending on how many attempts it takes you. At the very least, you do want to be aware of what item level restricted cluster jewels are and why it's important to craft on those if you're going to do crafting. And they're generally pretty cheap to acquire, and they're kind of a low cost craft you can get into to kind of flip some cluster jewels for profit, right? Buy the base, roll it a few times, get the good notables, and sell it. It can be a pretty profitable thing to do.